Council, there'll be a motion put forward by the Labour Party about the increasing of tuition fees in Parliament today. And we feel that it's wrong that the Liberal Democrats gave a promise before the general election to scrap tuition fees, and yet after the general election increase it by almost 3 times. I had the opportunity to be able to go to university under a Labour government, and I spent £1,000 a year in tuition fees, which obviously I wish I didn't have to pay. But my brother is 18, and now if with an increase, he may not get the opportunity that I had in the same family, and I think that that's wrong. Today we will be debating it here, we will be debating it also in Parliament. We need 6 more seats in Parliament, or 6 more votes in Parliament, to be able to stop the rise in tuition fees going forward. And we're here to support students and support people to have the opportunity to go on to higher education and to improve their life opportunities. And that's why we're here today. And I want to pass you on to the Vice President of York St John University, who will say a few words, but please all take one of your "I disagree with Nick" placards and do hold them up, because we do disagree with him. Thank you.
Well, I'm here today, Chris, because today's the day of the tuition fee vote, higher education, and the current Conservative Liberal Democrat coalition are going to raise the cap on tuition fees to £9,000 a year, which is crazy, particularly when you consider that the Liberal Democrats explicitly pledged and made a big thing about pledging to scrap tuition fees altogether before the election, and they're going back on their promise, and the Labour Party is opposing this increase and highlighting what Liberal Democrats are doing.
Yeah, firstly, thank you to James. Like you just said, 6 now, that's 6 votes. It is getting close, and I think it is about time we do feel this is possible. It's a huge thing that's happening today, and I've only just graduated from university last year, and just to let you know, I was a working class citizen, come from a working class family, and let's be honest, I don't think I'd be at university with these new tuition fees. Personally, I feel strong about it. I know the rest of the community does, but it's time that everybody stood against it. It's a huge thing today. 4 p.m, we're going to see many people out there as possible. Doesn't it just affect you personally? You've got to think about everybody around you, your families, your nephews, your cousins. This is a huge thing. If you want students to actually be going to university in future, this is what we've got to do. So it's good if we get people today at 4 p.m. What goes on later on here today by the local Labour is absolutely superb. Hopefully they can help us. We can make a difference in York. And this is a big thing today, so guys, let's have everybody on board and let's really make a difference. Think about what we can do, and it's up to us and the people that are listening by walking by. Let's really get behind this, because this is a huge thing today. So guys, come on, let's feel strongly about the students, and particularly the students of the future. Thank you.
Well, I think it's really important that we show the government how betrayed students feel, and actually that we believe that university access should be about ability to learn rather than ability to pay, which is what the proposals would make it.
Well, thank you all for coming. We've got our beacon here, flying high above the council, which represents the amount of student debt rising into the air that is going to be risen today if there is an increase. But thank you all for coming. I think it's a shame on the Liberal Democrats for not sticking up to their election pledge, and hopefully there'll be a difference here today. Thank you.